Hello. Yes, we welcome you back to PSSB, Physical Sciences Silver Bullet. And it's me, Richard, once again. Yes, now we are looking at this question. It says, consider three forces, F1, F2, and F3 of magnitude 300 newtons, 450 newtons, and 400 newtons. Okay, respectively, acting at a single point P as shown. And it says calculate the magnitude of the resultant force. Okay. Okay, this is what we are having. What do we do? So we are having this force here. We are having this force here. We are having this force here. They are all acting. What do we do to get the resultant force? What we do is to get the components of each. Okay. This 450 has two components. It has a component along here, and it has a component along here. We have to remember that if the force is acting at an angle, or if the force is a two-dimensional force, the components are on either side of that force. So let us look at, first of all, let us look at 450 newtons. What are the components? Okay, we have this. Okay, and you have this. Remember, the component next to the angle is a cos. So what are you going to get? This one is going to be 450 cos, cos 25 degrees. This one is going to be 450 sine 25 degrees. Okay. Okay, we are done with this one. Then we come to this one, the 300 one. Okay. When you look at it, it has two components. It has a component here, and it has a component there. So let us look at here. The one which is here, let us look at it. It is the one which is next to the angle. So it's a cos. So it's going to be 300 cos 30 degrees. Okay. And we're going to look at this one. Then you have this one here, which is going to be 300 sine 30 degrees. Okay. What else do we do? We go to the next one, which is 400. Okay. So we go to 400 Newton. Okay, it's acting here. So what does it have? It has a component here and a component here. Let's start with this one. This one is like that. And this one is next to the angle. So it's going to be what? 400 cos 20 degrees. And this one is going to be 400 sine 20 degrees. Okay, we can go ahead and get the values of all this. So let us find the values. Yeah, so we have calculated all the values. For this one, that's the value. So all the values are indicated here. So what is the next step? Next step is to align them. How? Remember, these ones are in the y plane. So you put them like that. Okay, that one's done. Another one is like that. That one is done. And like this. So this one and that one is, they're all done. Then you have this one is also done. You have that one is also done. And you have this one is also done. So let us indicate their values. We started with this one, which is 407.84 newtons. And this one is 259.81. This one, it is 136.81. Okay, then that one, it is 150. And this one, it is 375. And that one, it is 190.18. So this is what we have. After that, what are we going to do? You add those which are in the same direction, and you subtract those which are in opposite direction. The same applies here. You add those are in the same direction, and you subtract those which are in opposite direction, and this is what we get. So let's do that. Okay, resultant in x-axis is going to be equal to negative 190.18. I'm taking this one negative because it is to the left, plus 150 plus 375. What you get is going to be the resultant in the x direction. So this is what you get, and it is positive. Okay, then you go for the resultant in the y direction. Okay, what do you have? You have 407.84 plus 259.81 minus, because this one is in opposite direction, minus 136.81, and let us see what we get. So this is what you get, which is also positive. So what is the next part? Next is to have a sketch of this. For the x, we have it as 530.84, and for the y, which is also positive, we have okay, no, we made a mistake here. For the x, it is 335.71, and for the y, it is 530.84. And after reaching this step, now we know what is going to happen. What we have here is our net is going to be around here. So we can use Pythagoras. What does he say? F net squared is equal to F1 squared plus F2 squared. And what is F1? We can take it as 530.84 squared plus 335.71 squared. That one is going to be equal to F net squared. So let us see what F net squared is going to be. So that's what we get. So what do? We find out the square root and we find the final answer. So there we are. Our net force is 628.09 newtons. Okay. So what is the next part? So this question has been answered. Next one is to determine the direction of the resultant force. So for the direction, we are going to give it as a bearing to the horizontal. And there, what do we say under the circumstance? We say tan theta is equal to Fy over Fx. This one is also from simple trigonometric ratios. And what is Fy? Fy is 530.84 and Fx is 335.71. Okay, that one will give us theta as. So there we are. So our net force is 628.09 acting at 57.69 to the horizontal. Yeah, it was a marathon, but it's doable. Don't forget the channel is PSSB, Physical Sciences Silver Bullet. And it's me, Richard, once again. Okay, don't forget to subscribe. And please, if the video has had an impact on you, don't forget to like. See you next time. Bye-bye.